Hello, ding, ding, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 10-8 podcast, sanctioned
Uh-oh.
by, sanctioned by JoJo, your fabulous, fabulous hostess with the mostest,
He's awesome.
and my super cool co-host, Shaquille. How you doing, Shaquille?
Dude, I'm good. It's been a while since we talked. You ended up getting super sick. I dipped out a week, but I mean, we didn't miss a ton with the fights going on, but I feel good, man. It's good to be back. How are you doing, man?
I am doing better. I've been sucking down emergencies like no one's tomorrow, and it's been absolutely fucking disgusting. Fun Shaquille fact: Shaquille, his favorite color is actually like yellow or something. Can you confirm that, Shaquille?
No, I can't confirm that. I think he's lying. I like yellow. I think yellow's a solid color. It's a solid. I would say I'm more of a blue hue, some kind of blue hue, but like not the solid royal blue, but maybe a pastel version of it. Yeah, I would say that that would be my favorite color.
All right. Well, how have you been? How have you? What have you been doing? What have in these
Oh
past
man.
2 weeks that we've been gone?
Pretty much just working, man. Working, checking out the pugilistic sports, seeing what's going on, seeing Tyson Fury kind of ambiguously retiring. That was weird to me. It's weird to me how you're going to say, yeah, this is going to be the end, but if it's Francis, I'll do it. Um, yeah,
Man, I'm saying.
so weird to me, man. But I just want to talk about this real quick. One is coming up. One is coming up. I don't know. Like I mean, they're always been there, and I don't want to say they're coming up, but they're going to
Are
get a
you
lot.
talking about One
I'm
FC?
talking about One FC, dude.
Shatri who Shatri owns?
Yes. Yeah, they just had an I mean, randomly, Mikey, I can't remember his fucking last name, but he's a grappler. He had a grappling match with the legend over at One, and apparently that fight got crazy views, but that's not why One is about to be put on. It was just a really interesting fight that blew up for whatever reason. But they got a broadcasting sponsorship with Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Oh
It's a
man,
game changer, man. That's a
it is.
game
It is
changer.
changed. It is changed the game. I really feel like that could probably be very good for them. Just like to be
It
able to
won't
get
hurt.
that many eyes. Yeah, it definitely can't hurt you
It's not
whatsoever.
gonna hurt. Like I think
It
he's gonna
definitely won't hurt you.
I think it's gonna break more into the American market. And for me, like watching One is weird already. And I think like this just removes a lot of the friction. I'm going to really be watching One more consistent. If it's on Amazon Prime, man, I'm gonna be watching it more consistent. I'm one of those
It's a
people.
it's a decent move because I really do feel that uh the UFC slightly maybe fails to like really market to like their to an Asian specific market. So I feel that this could be a
Agreed.
very good move to be able to like garner some views on
Yeah.
that area. On that area in the world is, when it comes to mixed martial arts or combat sports in general.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it also gives them a huge chance to break into the American market, man. Like Americans like them some Amazon Prime. And if they just have, you know, if they're fight fans and they have the option to click on that banner that says One FC fight tonight, I think people will click on it. And plus, I was looking at some numbers and get this, all right? So, top 10 largest global sports properties, right? And these are
Hmm.
total organic video views of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. So this is more of a social media play. So the biggest platforms, the biggest sports based on the social media platforms. Number one, surprisingly to me, was the NBA. But number two is one. Number two is one. Number four is the NFL. Number five is the UFC. So that's crazy for 2021.
For 2021. I wonder why that is.
I think they
Like,
have more of a global presence. I don't know why that is. It shocked the hell out of me, man. It shocked me. And it
well,
can also be their social media strategy, right? They can literally pump out more content and get more organic views if they're putting out more content across those four social media platforms. But to be number two is crazy.
I wonder if they have a better like general outlook on the Chinese market or like also in India.
It's looking like it,
Like
man. It's a big difference, man. They said, okay, so it's
highly populated Asian countries.
right. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, for one, it said like something like 13 million, and then for the UFC, it was half that, 6 million. So I thought that was interesting.
Man,
Plus
that's
the
very
Amazon
interesting.
Prime, plus the Amazon Prime deal. I mean, and their willingness to do like special rules fights and mix in grappling with MMA to switch change up the pace. I mean, it's interesting, man.
I
They're
think
making
they
moves.
I think they have a card that is totally like revolving around that, right? I think they have a card coming up that is just simply like mixed rules.
Oh, real okay. I didn't know you meant mixed rules. I thought you meant like mixed fights. But that, yeah, I mean, that's I feel like that's the evolution, right? Is like finding the balance of multiple competing practices and a way to mix it in. Like I wish like in hindsight's always 2020, but how I wish they would have did the Rod Tang Mighty Mouse fight is have two of the Muay Thai rounds back to back.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. Oh, speaking of one, it turns out that there are rumors, alleged rumors
Okay.
of a trade between the UFC and one. And guess what fighter they're thinking of trading?
Don't say Sage Northcutt.
Well, you would be wrong
Okay.
if that were your guess.
That
The
would that
fighter that they're thinking about that is rumored to be trading or going to be traded is Henry Cejudo. There are talks.
that would
There's
be so weird to me. It's just too coincidental, maybe. I don't know. But
it is pretty weird.
what's the trade? Who's the trade for?
Who was it? It was I don't think they really said,
Okay.
but all I know is that there are talks. There are general like rumors that will that are being spoken. It's through the grapevine,
Okay.
Shaq. It's moving. It's moving through the grapevine.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Where did
how
you
would you
hear
like to see? How would you like to see? Uh, how would you like to see Henry versus Mighty Mouse 3, but this time in like Singapore?
where people could get kneed on the ground?
Yeah,
Um yeah, I mean, I would love to see that match. I mean, it would suck if it came to that to see it, but I'm here for it. I'm here for I just want to see there's some fights that I want to see Triple C have in the UFC. I don't want to see him get traded like I didn't want to see Demetrius get traded, man. But if he does, then he's definitely going to get paid. We're definitely going to get that third fight, but after that, I don't know how much interest I would necessarily have. I who knows? Who knows though? Who knows? What were your general takeaways from that? Is that something that excites you, or does he have unfinished business here in the UFC?
I really, I would really like to see him against current like flyweights and bantamweights.
Right.
I in the UFC, I generally would like to see that. I don't want to
Hmm.
see any of these super fights that he's trying to attain. I want to see him cuz I still think that he's very competitive. I still think
Oh
that he
yeah.
is a very good fighter.
Even though he
to
getting a
this
little
day.
tubby, he getting a little chubby.
Yes, I want to see him against current ranked UFC flyweight and bantamweight fighters.
Yep. Who would be your top 2 that you would wanna see him against?
I would want to see him against, of course, Aljamain Sterling. That is definitely one. And I would want to see him in a rematch against a not drained TJ Dillashaw. That would be kind
That
of
is
nice.
yeah, that would be really nice to see.
A not skeletal, like absolutely dejected TJ Dillashaw is what I want to see.
Yeah, and on, EPO, right?
And yeah, and without the EPO.
I think that went without saying, but I thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, man. So, like I said, that weird stuff with Tyson Fury, kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if it feels like you're done, you can be done. I understand waffling, but what do you think about Francis Ngannou saying the Tyson Fury fight has to be a part of the discussion? It is not an option. It has to be a part of the discussion because if it is not part of the discussion, it will never be. If I sign another contract, basically the same model of the contract, I'm screwed. That's not happening ever. So it sounds like he's drawing the line in the sand. He wants this fight, and he wants it to be part of the UFC contract rather than him doing it on his own outside of the contract. Uh, what do you think about him chasing this fight in particular? Obviously, he should always go for what he wants. But what do you think about this Tyson Fury and Ganu matchup in general?
Man, like, did you hear? Well, first of all, did you hear what Chael Sonnen said about how Dana felt, or maybe allegedly felt, or would feel about this situation?
No, but please tell me for and our viewers.
According to Chael, he said that Dana probably feels somewhat betrayed.
Mm.
Uh, that that uh that Ngannou would like go on stage and like announce that like a fight could possibly happen between the two of them without his say.
Yeah, and it's an interesting perspective, and it's true. Whether it's right or wrong, it's like what you're trying to do is cut me out and force your hand, and trying to garner the respect or the attention of people to force my hand. And like, I feel like that's a bad move with somebody like Dana White, but I don't know. Like who knows? But that's what it kind of seemed like. I didn't even think about that, honestly. I honestly didn't even consider the fact that he didn't talk to Dana White and he just kind of went out there and did what he did. But sometimes you have to fight for what you want. And obviously like he wasn't getting the way what he wanted before, so maybe extreme measures. But I can
You know what I
understand.
want?
What do
You
you
know
want?
what I want, Shaq? I want Ngannou to fight against John Jones. I want Ngannou to fight against, like Aspinall. I want Ngannou versus a lot more than others. I don't really
He's not getting paid 25
exactly,
million.
but that's the thing though. He's
Right.
not getting paid what he's worth or what he feels he's worth.
And
Eh,
like, even if he got paid what he's worth on a UFC level, it's not near boxing level. You know what I'm saying? Like, Israel Adesanya's best day isn't like Canelo's worst.
yes. I mean that is a fact. But, like I wish that there can be, I don't know, some lowering of pride between, well, with the UFC especially, and get our boy paid, cuz like geez, like
Yeah.
there's so
It,
many like cool, like heavyweight is really starting to look very very exciting.
dude, it's dangerous. I was looking at Derek Lewis's new matchup, and I was just like, the guy he's going up against, like this. I mean, this is a tough division now, man. Like, it's no longer
Yeah.
the heavyweight of old. Like this is a there's plenty of matchups, and honestly, like uh I mean, I hope Francis Ngannou fights forever, but he has a small window. So let the man get paid, and honestly, have it all be championship stipulations, and have him get paid well above people if he's not a champion, but have that extra cushion in there if he is a champion, because this is not an easy walk through division anymore. He deserves every penny that comes his way over the next what three? I don't know, 3 to 5 fight contract he signs. It's much deserved. He's on the other half of the 30s, so let the man get paid, man. Let him get
I
paid.
know, let him get money.
But since you
But
talked about John Jones, you brought up John Jones, and I mean, obviously he's in talks right
oh
now, and he actually
yeah.
he actually came out and said Stipe was the one who wanted to go a little bit later in this year. Are we buying that?
Until one of them is has their like hand lifted from the victory that the other got, I will not believe that the fight
You won't even
would have
believe it while
happened.
it's happening. You're like, this isn't
Exactly.
happening.
Until Herb Dean is raising one of their hands at the end of the 25 minutes,
You're not.
I do not I
Wow.
will not buy it. I will not buy it at all. But like
Even while it's going, doors shuts,
even doors shut, they're punching the
buffer
shit out of each other,
buffers
takedowns
going
of
nuts.
nothing. Yeah, no, I will not believe it. I will not fucking believe it. But I've heard that they're aiming for September.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Yep. Oh,
My
maybe Beyonce's
birthday.
birthday. Oh.
Yes. Shut up. But like, shut the hell up. So, but yeah, point is that I John Jones, that is
You don't
someone
believe it.
who
You just
I
don't
don't
believe
believe it. I just
it.
don't. Especially cuz like, well, one, John Jones tends to have slight troubles with the law. I really hope that
No, no, he
from
doesn't.
here till then he can like maybe just keep it controlled,
Dude, summer 2020 is going to be reminiscent of summer 16,
bro.
bro.
And that's the thing, they're doing it after the summer. You know how much trouble can be caused
Whoo!
during the
Oh, bro.
summer?
It's a wrap. It's a
Like,
wrap.
no.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, it's over.
That's
It's
that's
it's
why
a
he
wrap,
wanted that's why he wanted to be locked in for the summer because he knows he's like, I'm trying to, hey man, this summer 2020. You know what the summer was last for the
bro.
last 2 years? It was trash the last 2 years, man. It was terrible because
It
you couldn't do
was,
anything.
bro. Someone who's already used to just throwing caution to the wind
Come
after
on, man.
a summer after the pandemic. Come on,
Whew.
son.
It's,
We already know what's gonna happen.
it's gonna be like Freaknik in the '90s, man.
That's why I was like, "Fuck." It's gonna be after the summer. Damn it. That
Yeah.
means trouble's gonna happen. I really
This just
hope that he can like keep it together until then, because I
okay.
would like to see him against at someone in heavyweight.
Someone. Let's play.
Someone.
Let's live in that fantasy world that you won't believe until somebody's hand gets raised.
Yep.
Hypothetically, who do you like in that fight, though? I mean, that's a fight. That's a good
It
fight. I
is. It is. So man, with John Jones, he's not known for his like just power. And when it came to his striking, it was really nice. It was really good striking, but like he failed to like really just move his opponents. They were like mainly setting up so he can ground and pound. So he can get takedowns and like make clinching uh effects and you know do his game from there. But uh just like how he struggles with the striking with people his height, I feel like he might have a bit of trouble at heavyweight. He had trouble getting takedowns in his last few matches. I don't even know if he was able to get any. The last two matches that people said that he lost. I don't know if he man, I don't know like what his game is going to be going
bro,
upwards.
I think I don't know. It's just this is how I think about it. Okay, so what is Stipe's game plan? What do you think Stipe's game plan would be?
Stipe's game plan is to generally have like slight wrestling exchanges and be able to like dirty box from there.
It's gonna be hard against John Jones.
It will definitely be. John Jones hypothetically is the
Hypothetically, of
faster
course. Yep.
is the faster one. Oh shit.
Uh-oh. The light stopped
Technical
shining on
difficulty.
him.
Technical
You
difficulties.
got one of the ones that plug
Bam.
into the oh damn back like that. Whoo.
Anyway,
But
I
yeah,
feel
I agree. I think that's his game plan, right? And
mhm.
I think if John Jones is on his toes and aware, and like again, he's not like I think he'd be more humble in the octagon against a heavyweight, and what this really means for his legacy to beat somebody like Stipe. I mean, he even called him the greatest heavyweight of all time. So he knows what that means. And I just think that really gets somebody like John Jones up. And if that's what Stipe is going to do, I think John Jones is okay with that game plan against him.
And it's also the fact that he hasn't fought in like 2 years.
Yeah. How long has it been for Stipe?
Ngannou Stipe was what, last summer or last, or was
Dang,
it
time.
the fall?
Yeah, I can't remember. It feels like we're in a time warp right now. I'm about to look it up though. I'm about to look it up. How time flies, man. That was spring last year.
Yeah. So
So a year. It'd
yeah,
be a year and a half to 3 years.
I mean, like, I feel that maybe Stipe's age might help mitigate that disadvantage he would generally have of inactivity.
How old is Stipe?
But Stipe is nearing 40,
Oh yeah, he is. That's true. Yeah, I see what
and
you're
John
saying.
Jones is like 34. So at the beginning of washed, not washed, but like
I think
when
there's a
washed.
I
Oh,
think
but it's negligible in the upper weight classes, of course.
of course. Come on now.
Of course, like you can be a bajillion years old
For
and
now,
still,
For now, you go up against
yeah,
somebody like Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gahn. I don't know if that's the case
that's true, man. They
because Tom
will.
Aspinall is the man right now. Like I want to see him against somebody really good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. I really feel that like him versus Gon is the move. I
Oh
feel that's
yeah, I feel like that is so good of a move though that it could be played. Like I wouldn't even be mad if they don't do it next. But like if they do it next,
UFC. Pay us. We're
whew,
the new
please.
matchmakers now. We're the new
I,
matchmakers.
what a job that would be. What a job that I'm
That
at,
would
and
be a.
you're probably
Oh, go
getting
ahead.
paid like 10K a month minimum
To like just
to
sit
matchmake.
in a boardroom with like, well, this is how I imagine it goes, like in a boardroom with a big dry erase board, and you just strategize like, well, if this person fights this person, well, this person's injured, so this is blah blah blah, well, this person wants to get paid a living wage, so we can't have that, so pretty much what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna hold them off until later or whatever.
Okay, so I agree with your vision. I think it's just old school. I feel like it's a platinum touchscreen TV, you know what I'm saying? And they could like drag the names around and then like click on the profile and be like, he said no this many times, and then just like see the
I'm dead.
details of it.
Like how counting how many times they get denied.
Exactly. It's just being petty as fuck about it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, well, this guy
He's going he's going up against Rachmanov next.
he asked for $1 more, so he doesn't want to fight. So yeah, we'll put him against Rachmanov or whatever.
Dude, I swear. I mean, I bet listen, man. If you're not being, there's a certain amount, and I'm not saying this is good, but there's a certain amount of pettiness that needs to be a part of the fight promotion game because it keeps people on edge, especially if they're not doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you can have your career ended if you're doing the wrong things. Like, for example, Kobe. He's not, I don't think he's going to take the fight with Hamza. I mean, he's kind of exposed in a way. It's going to be tough for him. It's going to be tough for him.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Point is that we'd be good matchmakers,
We would,
and if you guys want to hire us, let us know.
please.
The email will probably be in the description. Just let us know. We
Info.
just know.
We got it. It honestly would be too exciting. I think we would just blow our loads every card. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like,
dead.
this isn't the PFL where they turn around and fight 6 weeks later,
Five
man.
exactly 5 fucking title matches on one card. Let's do it right now. And then I get fired immediately.
Right? Be like, dude,
I'm
what are we gonna
saying.
do in December? It's January. This is how you kicked off the year, man. It's like, yeah. Did you ever watch that Jeremy Stevens Collard fight? Watch it
Oh no,
tonight. Watch
okay.
it tonight. Watch it tonight.
All right.
Yeah, man. I like the PFL's model. It's interesting, and they got some gangsters over there, man. You just can't.
You and the
Hey, man,
PFL, man. You
I'm
and
a
your
fan.
PFL.
I'm a fan. Hey, man, it's tournament style. It's really like you got to be the best version of yourself today.
Hey,
You can't fuck up.
Bellator has tournament style.
Well, they
Bellator has a
didn't
tournament style.
popularize it. They
Bellator
do. They
Bellator
do.
has a
They do.
tournament style.
They do. They do. But they're not, their whole model is not necessarily based off of the tournament style. Like, they got more to their shit. PFL is just tournament style.
This
100%.
is
If you don't show
the
up this
whole
day, you
thing.
done. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there's nothing else. But I mean, and one has tournaments too, don't they?
Yes.
I thought they did. I felt like
Yeah, they do.
saw DJ in one when he first got over there. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the tournament styles, man. Having a season set up, and then it's just like, hey, the best version of you has to show up on this day, and it just puts another level on the performance that you kind of have to have, man. And it makes it realistic for anybody who believes in their skill set to get $1 million. Now
A million.
we know that ain't nobody fucking with Kayla Harrison. You might as well give that girl her fourth million or third million or however many millions she done got at this point. But it is like that. I have a chance to make $1 million this year. Oh boy, the light heavyweight. I can't even remember his name, but Antonio, he used to fight for the
Co-
UFC. Cortez, what's his last name? Do you know?
Wait, which one?
He's the light heavyweight. He went
Oh, in the PFL.
right, and he used to fight for the UFC, but he wasn't doing so good in the UFC. And the next thing he knows, he literally had an interview, and they were like, "How much did you get? How much is your pay compared to the UFC?" He was just like, "Well, I paid in taxes last year what I got paid in the UFC." And I'm just like, God damn, because
Jesus
he made the
Christ.
$1 million. He went through and went made the $1 million, which is impressive. But in the UFC, he just wasn't having
Yeah.
that kind of luck. So it just gives people
Then you
something to fight for, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, then of course you have like their featherweight champ
Mm,
who ended up suing for I think before the pandemic.
right.
And then who else they have? They have
Ray Cooper.
Ray Cooper. They have old boy who used to be in the UFC why am I blanking on his name? He uh he had that fight in the UFC where he just ended up looking like an absolute zombie. Uh man.
Yeah, I
Rory
don't know.
McDonald. They have Rory
Oh,
McDonald.
yeah, they do. Yep.
They have Rory McDonald,
They got some
and
names.
Pettis and
Now Jeremy Stevens.
Jeremy Steen.
Clay Collard is a gangster, man. They don't know this. Nobody knows of this guy, but Clay Collard is a monster.
He's yeah, man. He
He put
is.
he put Pettis out. You know, he put Pettis out. He ruined that coming out party, man. He really
Man,
did. Like I feel like they just sick him on the UFC fighters when they come over. Any lightweight that comes from the UFC, their first match is against Clay
Clay
Collard
Collard.
as a welcome, man. I feel like that's what has to happen because that happened 2 years in a row now.
I know, bro. Are you gonna
But
watch
he
their card? Are you gonna watch their card tomorrow though?
probably not. Their cards, they have a card tomorrow though.
They do.
Let me see real quick. Because their last one was on Wednesday night, so I thought they just do Wednesday nights.
Was it tomorrow or is it? I think it. No, yeah, yeah, it's tomorrow.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it is tomorrow.
it's a
Yeah, they
tomorrow Friday.
switched. No, they switched. It's either Wednesdays or Thursdays. But yeah, I might check this out. I don't know what else I would be watching, so I might just throw this on in the background. I'm a fan of Clay Collard though. But do you have any other news? Anything you want to talk about?
Nope. Let's talk about this slightly abysmal card.
Slightly abysmal, your guy. Or I don't know if I could even say this is your guy, but I know you're a fan of him because he is very talented, well-rounded, and he's learned the arts at a later age. Always been a fan. Didn't really get into it till later. Rob Font versus Cheeto Vera, who has just caught a momentum wave. He's been around a while, but really hasn't, I guess, garnered the attention that he's getting right now, and rightfully so. The dude's a dog. He's a student of the game, an analyst within the UFC. What are your general thoughts about this matchup? And yeah, what are your general thoughts about this matchup?
All right. Font versus Vera. All right. We got two really awesome Latin based fighters who are pretty good strikers and have decent advantages going every which way. So I feel that the ground, the possibility of ground is less likely because they're probably about equal, maybe. Uh, I feel that's gonna cancel out. So we're gonna see a possible boxing match, kickboxing match, boxing and kickboxing range all night, 25 minutes. So with Font, his best weapon is very obvious. It's his jab. The way he's able to sit behind it and just launch it and just poke people from a distance is phenomenal. I feel that that will be his general bread and butter against going against Marlon Vera, who generally like is very is not is he's not as he doesn't have a very disciplined like approach to like his fights, but he is extremely tough and never been finished. And I don't Rob Font hasn't been finished too much either, but I feel that maybe Marlon Vera might have a maybe a slight advantage. This is his first 25 round, by the way. This
Marlins.
yes.
Oh
This is
wow.
Marlon. This is Mar. Yeah, sorry, Marlon Vera. This is his first 25 rounder. So we could possibly see him be able to weather the storm that Font is able to like give to him, and then close the distance while it slows down. While that piston of a jab slows down, and then like be able to get an advantage, or he might get tired himself. Uh, but generally, I feel like this is going to be a pretty good match. I really do. I feel that uh, we're going to see like some decent striking
Yeah, man.
from either side.
I feel like this is the right fight at the right time. Cheeto Vera is 29 years old, a young guy on the
Hmm.
come up. and has fought some gangsters. So this is a good opportunity for him to necessarily turn the corner in the eyes of a lot of people. I mean, let's not forget this is the guy who lost a decision versus Song Yadong, which was the fight of the night. Um,
Hmm.
this guy's a monster. I mean, he's been in there with Jose Aldo. Even though these are losses, what I'm speaking to is his experience and his
It's always
willingness.
decision. It's
It's
always
always
decision.
decision. He's not gonna get put out. He's always in a fight. I think this is awesome, and I think this is just the right fight at the right time for Rob Font, who is coming off of a L, and uh, Vera, who's coming off of a dub versus a legend, man. So yeah, I'm super excited for this fight, and may the best man win. Who do you ultimately have in their hand raised at the end of the night?
I am going to give it to Font.
I knew it. I knew it. This guy. Why? Do you think he's just going to work that
I
jab?
yeah, I feel like the jab will end up just generally frustrating Marlon. You can tell he's a very emotional fighter. He is really good, but he is very emotional. So I feel that the consistent jabs will frustrate him, and maybe out of frustration he'll put himself out of position,
And
which I feel has happened, in his fight against like Aldo and possibly against Song.
and
So
and honestly, I'm going to be looking for this in the actual fight, but in my mind, Rob Font seems significantly faster.
yeah,
He just seems like the fastest striker, and that
it's
could be a pace thing because Rob Font put a pace on you, and
mhm.
Marlon Vera is more. I don't want to say more calculated because that's kind of unfair to Rob Font, but he'll take in the fight a little bit more. But Rob Font will bring the fight to you.
I
But it
think
just seems like Rob Font is a little faster.
yeah, I can see that, and I feel that Vera is also willing to take like 2, 3 attacks just to be able to land like a few good ones back.
Yeah.
So that's an also another strategy that could be used.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited for that fight. I think I'm gonna go for some parity here, and I'm gonna say Marlon's gonna win this, man. I've talked about it before. I think momentum is a hell of a thing. This is
You
a
choose the
chance.
Cheeto,
The
the Cheeto,
Cheeto,
the
come
Cheeto
on,
wins
man.
this.
Hey, Cheeto Vera, let's go. Yeah, I think he wins, man. I think he makes it a dirty fight. Is able to slow Rob's rhythm down and just kind of break the pattern, so to speak. But yeah, I got Vera winning this fight, dog. But I'm really excited for. I mean, why do the little guys just be banging? Why do y'all little guys just be banging? Because the featherweights is gonna be banging that night too. With Andre Touchy Feely versus Joe Anderson Brita, I feel like this is an opportunity for this is going to be a striking match for sure.
It
Um,
always is
it
with
always
Touchy.
is. It always is, and
It always is.
I feel bad because he got the skills, but he just be coming up short sometimes. And but he's just such an exciting fighter, man. I'm just excited to see him fight. I hope he gets the dub.
I know he's coming off a no contest.
Yep.
Um,
Lost to Bryce
kind
Mitchell.
kind of sucks, and of
S-
course, yeah, his loss to
Surprising though.
Bryce.
He had a split decision versus Air Jordan Charles. That's
He
surprising.
did,
Wow.
he did, off of the surging Jordan.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, I feel this would be a good chance for him to get into the winners column and maybe put something together again.
Yep. Yeah, this guy's fought the who's, man. He fought the Yairs, the Calvin Caters, Artem Lobov when he was still around.
He
You kids.
he's Oh yeah, no, you don't fucking know anything. All you
You
new
don't know
UFC
anything.
fans, you don't know
Stop
a
it.
goddamn thing. If you try to
Talk
tell, yeah, if you try to, you keep talking about like Pride. You never watch Pride. You
talk
know,
to
you
him.
never you never fucking watch Pride. You
Talk
don't
to
know
him.
anything. You don't know anything. Anyway, I feel that Andre Philly is a he's definitely, of course, a gatekeeper of the top 15. Like, if you can beat him,
Yeah,
then you have a case
yeah.
to be able to jump into the top 15 of the
You could
featherweight division.
you could get rid of that imposter syndrome if you beat Touchy Philly.
Absolutely. 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 If you can beat him or like, someone like what was his name?
Ugh.
Um Anyway, if you can beat him,
Just gave
you
up.
yeah, I just gave
I
up, bro.
understand. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. But
If you
the point is, he's a good fighter, and if you could get past him, and he is fighting somebody who's coming off of a loss, so uh, we'll see. May the best man win ultimately.
Burgos, like
Oh,
Shane
Burgos.
Burgos. Like if
Hey,
you can beat
these are
like
people.
those
These are
two.
people who are good. Like
Yeah, no,
these are legit
if you
fighters.
can beat people like those who are like not exactly ranked, but like they could be ranked next
Yeah.
week.
Yep.
Philly could be ranked like next week.
Oh,
If
these dudes are. I
Yeah,
mean,
if
they
they
could.
strap together like one or two wins, they like
Yeah.
these are dudes who could be ranked.
Yeah. They could be they
So
somebody like Shane Burgos with like 4 solid wins is somebody who would be in a completely different light. Completely
yes,
different light.
100%. So don't take touchy feely lightly,
Oh, don't,
bro.
because he's not
Dude,
touchy feely,
dude's out here. Dude does not. He may stumble, but he doesn't fall.
dude. So I'm kind of sad. I'm jumping away from this card because that's all I want to talk about. But next week, May 7th, I'm in a conundrum, and I kind of want to see if I could bring you down with me. Do you know who Earth Gang is?
Yes, every black person between the ages of 30 and like
You kids don't know.
18
Y-
know
Okay.
who Earth Gang is.
Yeah, you're probably right. You are right. That I'd
18 to
agree with
30,
that.
sorry.
I'd
All
agree
right,
with that.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But anyways, do you want to go to their concert next Saturday? We have to turn off our phones and can't watch any of the fucking
Bro,
shit.
no,
Bro,
bro, I have to
yep.
watch this. I have to
Bro.
watch this. I have
Bro,
to watch this.
I
I have to watch this.
know. But Earth
I
Gang, they're
have to
going to be
watch this. My
here.
brother, I think, is going to that. I think my brother's going to
Bro.
that.
Let's go and turn off our phones and then we can watch the fight
No,
after.
no, 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 no.
Dude, I've been battling with
No,
this
no,
and I just
no,
need you to
no,
say
no,
yes
no,
to
no, no,
confirm it.
no. I'm not going to go. I'm going to spoil every single fucking fight.
No. I'm literally,
Every
bro.
fight. I'm going to spoil every single fucking fight if you go to watch Earth Gang
I
over
swear to God, I am. I think it's
Justin
gonna happen. I
Garth
know,
versus Olive. I
bro.
that's that it's
It's
just
such a sad conundrum. I was just like Saturday, and they both start at 8. They
they
both start
both
at 8.
start at 8. My God.
But your
See,
brother's going, so you should just come with us then,
my brother I
bro.
think is going.
It's
Yes.
gonna be
Okay.
so fire. It's gonna be so
Here's
good. And
my okay.
just come
Here's
to my
my
house
thing.
after. I'm gonna pay
Here's
for it, and then we can watch the
here's
fight right after.
here's my thing about here's my thing about concerts, especially
Okay,
with the
but
rap.
this is
Okay.
not a normal rap concert. This is more
I
like
know it's not a normal rap concert. Okay, so all
yeah.
right. So here's my thing about concerts,
Go
especially
ahead.
of the rap variety. So so you go up, you go to the concert and they
Yep.
always are just like yelling their lyrics, like
Facts.
they're yelling their lyrics and it doesn't sound as cool as they're just screaming them at you. They're like,
Okay.
Jesus
I hear
walk with
you.
me, and like it's like just at you, just
Okay. I hear
screaming
you.
at you, and
I
not
hear you.
like. And so
I hear
and
you.
so I'd rather listen to the actual thing, and then like on top of that,
This is
after they're yelling at you, right? They're yelling at you, and then
yep.
They bring up 5, 10 of their niggas to come yell at you to also yell at you. And I'm like, bro. And then
Hey,
there's 10 full grown black men on stage. All right, all yelling at you at
oh.
the same time.
Yo,
And bro, and I'm sitting there like,
yo.
bro,
All
I
right,
could
hear me
get
out.
trampled. I can be
Yeah.
trampled at any moment. At any moment, a fire can break out and I can get trampled at any moment. And
All
the
right, hear me
last
out.
things I hear will be a group of full grown black men yelling at me.
Or
No.
kids, or kids.
Or
But
kids, yeah, or whatever. Or, or, or kids. See, that's
but what you're talking about and what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is for the most part the experience.
that is
He's
the
he's
goddamn.
not he's not too far out. But Earth Gang is like a ghetto a cappella group. When
They
you
see,
hear when you hear them in person, you understand why they record the music the way that they do, because they do harmonies. It's not just like they're spitting lyrics. So one dude is rapping and another dude's doing like melodies and harmonies in the background, and it's really a performance. So Earth King is literally the best rap group that I've ever seen perform, because they have their duo, and not only do they do that, they actually interact with the crowd. So it's more of a dance party than niggas yelling. So it's really cool. It's more of a
they're
performance. It's more of like a if you ever been to the Mercury Cafe where they do slam poetry, it's more like
yeah,
that.
they're very much so like a hippie rap group. They're
Agreed.
pretty. They are really cool, man. But just man, it's just
I'm I
it's
know,
concerts, it's concerts,
bro.
it's concerts, it's
It's
concerts,
it's
it's
gonna be
concerts.
such a good time.
I've been to rock concerts,
Rock
and
concerts are fun. They're all fun.
they they sound the same. You know, like how they sound on on
It's
the
because
track, and it,
it's the same thing. The way they
yeah,
record is the way
it's the
they
literally,
perform.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally one for one comparison.
Right.
And then, but like then they got them mosh pits.
Those
I
mosh pits are
once
crazy.
I sidekicked someone in a mosh pit.
Where did you get the space
Bro, a
to
space
just
opened up
boom?
and then he like just he was coming at me, big old body, and then like I just kind of like a stiff arm but with my foot, and I was like bah, and he
Whoop.
was just like, and he just
Oh my
and he fell
god,
on the ground and people started stomping on him a little bit. And then
bro.
like they stopped the thing. They're like, "Hey, stop!" And then they picked him up and then they threw him back on the ground and shit. Like, like I was like, "What the? It's like, what the fuck is going on?"
Stop! Don't melt. All
Yeah,
right,
throw
keep
his bitch
going.
ass out. Yeah, all right, continue. And I was like, "Oh, well, okay."
Dude, I understand. Yeah, we were at the Baby Keem concert a couple weeks ago, and my God, wow, dude, do white people love that man? That
Man,
was crazy. I mean, you didn't have a choice. The mosh pit was you didn't have a choice, man. It was everywhere, and it was at
no, no,
Cervantes. So like
you
the where
don't.
the place that Earth Gang. I don't. Have you ever been to Mission? Have you been to Mission Ballroom yet? I know you don't go to a ton of concerts, but it's a new venue, like North Denver, but it's huge. And
No,
Cervantes is super small, and we were at Cervantes, so you can go anywhere. They were moshing when they were playing his song with Kendrick Lamar. There wasn't a place that was safe, and I'm sitting there hopping around on a partially, my Achilles is healing and shit. It was fucking wild. I'll have to send you a video of how crazy that shit was.
that's so facts. White people will mosh even when the
To
song
anything,
just even
it
if it
makes
does not call for it.
bro. They
Point is,
his
point is,
intermissions was classical music, and they were going nuts.
and they
It was
just go
literally Mozart. It
crazy.
was literally Mozart.
I'm dead. And see, that's the point. I'd rather be
But
eating wings
this isn't
at.
this isn't him though. This is a ghetto a cappella group. This is not.
That's
You can't
that's
even put it in
true.
the same. It's
But
not even the same. Like their
but
music is not hype.
I need to watch Garth live. Like
It's gonna be awesome. It is
take possibly. See, this is how the fight's gonna go. Garth is
okay.
going to Gaethje is going to like just 10-8 for 2 rounds. He's gonna 10-8 Oliveira. Then Oliveira is gonna be like, all right, and almost finishing him. And then Oliveira is gonna be like, all right, it's time to turn it up.
I just
And,
have
and then he gets and then he finishes Gaethje with a sub in the third. And
that's how you
that's
have it going. That's gonna. It's not a man. That could that could happen. That could legit happen. How I see it happening is fucking leg kicks and bombs being thrown Oliveira's way, and good luck withstanding it.
that's I mean facts.
Fuck,
Facts. But but this is Oliveira. He gets his
bro.
power from a higher power.
He does.
For some reason he just does. He just comes back from the brink of death
He does.
to
I
simply just win.
if he gets caught like Michael Chandler caught him, it's it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
Man, it's bro.
It's gonna be a good
Bro.
fight though. I'm super jealous. I'm gonna be wilding at
Bro,
Earth
spoilers.
Gang.
Spoilers are gonna come at you. Like for
Honestly, I'm glad I have this Apple Watch because I'm gonna put this bitch on Do Not Disturb, turn off my messages, and I'm leaving my phone at home. And I'm watching the fight out there because we're gonna have a pretty big group. Jesse's going, Trey. I'm gonna see. I mean, if your brother's going, I might have to hit you up for his shit. Just say what's up to him real quick. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm so dead.
But yes, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of the 10-8 podcast. Jazz hands, spirit
It
fingers.
was nice seeing you. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to
Yeah.
come talk to us about more, combat sports. Just just a couple of friends, a couple of guys being dudes and talking about other guys being dudes and punching the shit out of each other.
Hell yeah.
I'm JoJo, and that is Shaquille. And it was great seeing you. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.